Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Swissman 15 back with a turn summary again of the Britannia Hotseat. Turns 15 to 30, and I have a guest this time.
Hello, fellow Englishmen, it's Captain Invisible.
We're not all English.
Of course they are, they're all on my side. They all want me to win, therefore they are all English.
I believe they're all on Ireland's side, because it is the Emerald Isle.
Ooh.
Alright, we are where we left off in the last turn summary, turn number 15, where England dominates the charts and I have some money. And you can see all the power and influence. England, Norway, Wales, Ireland, and Scotland, of course, at the bottom. And, of course, I always put myself as the most promising.
Even though you weren't until much further down the line.
Ouch. And, you know, you must have thought it because this is the turn that you posed a surprise strike upon me. Even though Wales was attacking you.
It was a surprise.
I really did not expect that if you were fighting Wales.
I thought you were planning the defense. That's why I attacked. I was like, oh crap, he's going to attack me. I best attack him first.
I was... maybe a little bit. Alright. Let's go to turn number 16, where I take one more territory from Scotland, but he's hiding away in Ireland, and Wales is pushing down on you, Captain. How do you feel?
Yeah, scared, because I had nothing in the south at all. I had like London, Oxford, and Nottingham were my three sort of triumvirate of decent settlements, and then the rest is just pure crap. So I was trying to kill you. In the north while I was trying to stop Bob from killing me in the south, so it all went south very quickly.
You know, Gloucester, or now Vetplade's Rock, is a pretty good place, and you lost it. Pretty soon, actually.
Yeah.
And also,
I was surprised I held it the first time. I mean, that attack he did the first time was pretty strong, so... But yeah, I had nothing in it the second time around, so it was a bit of a poor do.
And even worse news for you is on turn 16, your siege at Glasgow failed completely, and I turned you back. So, yeah.
No, Glasgow. Yeah, there wasn't a serious siege at Glasgow. It was just to annoy you. Seriously, the north. I didn't expect to keep Scotland, but I expected just to keep it from you, basically. Just anything to keep it as far away from you as long as I could. Yeah, basically. Especially now Wales is attacking me and killing me, so yeah, it was all delaying tactics.
Alright, turn number 17 on this... Oh, most notably and most importantly, of course, is that I renamed myself the Norwegian Kingdom of Britannia, and Ireland renames himself the Kingdom of Ireland. Yay, renames.
I think you're a bit more imaginative with yours.
And this is the first turn that I have more territory than England, and Wales is continuously encroaching. I think he took Winchester. That's the right settlement, right? Turn 17 there?
Winchester, yeah.
Yeah, he's pushing down.
Surprisingly not Cornwall. Cornwall? The foot of England. I'm never good at geography, just the bit that sticks out. I'm surprised he hasn't taken that yet.
Yeah.
I expected that to go very quickly.
You wanted him to take that. You just didn't even want that territory. I remember you saying that. Oh yeah,
that was Lost, and yeah, I hated Lost, and I wanted to exterminate them, but first Bob had to take it, so. And I was like, "Come on, take it."
Also, this is the worst move. One of the worst moves that Tsunami played, even though his rather poor performance the entire hot seat, is that he lost his savior's loyalty, and on this turn, Swedish Lenchneck decided that he would kill Scotland, and his army's approaching the last blue settlement. Yeah, how sad.
Yeah. It's not very hard. He has one settlement left, and even though it's a castle, it used to be my castle, and I knew how shit it was. So yeah, it was going to end very poorly for Scotland.
All right, turn number 18. Most notably, Scotland is eliminated completely from this campaign, and the Emerald Isle is united for a short time. and I take Perth because the rebels sally out, and your shit place of Larston has been taken. Larston? How was it? Was taken by the Welsh.
Larston? Yeah.
And you were not sad?
I hope it's... Yeah. I was not sad that he didn't exterminate them. He should have exterminated every single last one of them.
Oh my god. As you can tell, Captain's a very kind and generous leader to his people, and he wants only the best for them.
I am, except when they're not happy with me, in which case they can all go to hell. Which will bring us on to a later subject. Let's carry on. Let's forget about the Lostons for now.
I love this turn because Ireland, myself, and Wales all unite ourselves sort of into like a nice looking, and we all have like just nice lines now. There's no rebel blemishes or Scottish blemishes or a random English town at the edge of Wales. And now it just looks nice. Right.
Nice and pretty in colour, coordinated.
Exactly. Turn number 19. The unification of Scotland succeeded, and I am now the tyrant over it. Ireland still...
I'm glad you admitted that.
Wait, Ireland's actually planning an invasion of Wales, and Wales just took Oxford. What say you, Captain?
Did he take Oxford? I don't remember that. Yeah, I don't remember him taking Oxford. Maybe he did.
You were talking to me about a stalemate once he took Oxford, because you're like, I'm just going to take it right back.
What's that? Oh yeah, I think we had this stalemate where it was like what happened earlier, where he had Oxford, but he didn't really have Oxford because I had a big army sort of sat outside it going, yeah, and
the Prince Slayer's army,
the Kingslayer's army.
Once he kills another king, who's ever king it may be, you can call him the Kingslayer.
I shall hold you to that, Swissman.
King Magnus will never die, except probably at the Irish or Welsh hands, I bet you.
I'm surprised he's younger than... He's actually quite young, actually. I thought he was ancient, but...
No,
yeah,
he's
King
young.
Magnus is a young...
He's actually the worst king in the game. I looked at all the kings. King Brian's the best. King Anselm is the second. King Daffod is third, and then there's my good old... Actually, I think... No. King Daffod is better than King Anselm. He has better command and a little less authority, but better command. So I think he's a little bit better.
Yeah, but King Anselm has killed people. I think King David just sits on a throne and just looks pretty.
I don't know.
I keep getting mail from him. I keep getting mail from the Welsh king, whereas my king's too busy killing people.
He doesn't spend time at war. He just writes messages. He's like, "Oh, let me send a letter to everyone I hate." And also, on this turn, I'm the first overall for the first time, and that makes me feel good. Steal it from you, Captain. How do you feel? All right.
Busy with Wales.
Turn number 20. You take back Oxford. Good job. But you lose your capital. Not good job. And the war of me versus Ireland has begun, where I start besieging Downpatrick. Good turn.
Downpatrick in the north of Ireland.
Mm-hmm. The smallest province there. Tiny little section. And I'm. This is like my heyday. I'm doing quite well. King Magnus is celebrated all throughout the land for uniting Scotland, and you had like no confidence. You're like, oh, Wales is gonna kill me. Stalemate. Wales kill me anyway somehow.
Yeah, because he still had pressure on me. I had this one army that was taking back Oxford and then had to go to take Nottingham back. It was just like, I just had nothing, like no control over Wales at all. He just had the south in his grasp.
And you were still scared of me coming down at you, and I was like, ooh, let's forget about England. Let's just go to Ireland. Who needs it?
Yeah, I hope she would bully Ireland for a while and leave me alone. I wanted to die quietly with Wales.
All right, turn number 21. I'm dominating the charts for the first time, except I didn't have population technically, but that's not on this turn. And so I'm everywhere. I took Downpatrick, and nothing changed in the south between you and Wales, not yet at least. And the power is still me on top, England second, Wales in third, and Ireland doing last. He wasn't doing too hot during my invasion of him, and King Brian fled, after a shocking defeat.
Yeah, King Brian, yeah, the Irish king.
King Brian the Fence-Sitter. and this is when Magnus became the Butcher of Ireland. So we pretty much all have the different names. We have King Dafydd the Berserker, we have King Anselm the Prince Slayer, we have King Magnus the Butcher of Ireland, and King Brian the Fence-Sitter. That's my favorite one.
Oh, yeah. No, I do like that one actually. It's very, very Irish.
I'm trying to drink and you're making me laugh. Stop. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Turn number 22. We have the Barons Alliance.
Would you like to breathe as well?
Yeah, I will try. We have the Barons Alliance returning, which was bad. Somehow you take back Nottingham, but he takes Lincoln. I think King Dafydd actually took Lincoln, so he didn't sit. He actually fought in the front lines. And on this turn, Ireland really beat back my main army and pretty much defeated my first army's assault in Ireland, which was not good for me.
No. Funny story about the Barons Alliance. They turned up because Wales had been drafted into their ranks to take Carlisle and then give it to the Barons Alliance. So that's exactly what he did. So he actually gave them Carlisle, and that annoyed me. Not because Bob had done it, but because Carlisle were traitors, and I hated them. I hated them more than the large.
If you can tell, the Carlisle is now just a slight different tint of red in the sea of red that we have in the middle of Britannia, with you and me, and now the Barons Alliance, just sort of chilling and cheating with all the money they have.
It will soon be a different shade of red altogether.
Ooh, oh my! All right, on turn number 23. This turn is when Downpatrick is besieged by Ireland, and I think I besiege Derry. And I think this is also when you and Wales start working out a peace agreement, isn't it?
Yeah, we get tired of killing each other, so we just had to kill someone else. And
so the great English-Welsh War, the second one actually, comes to a close with...
second.
Yeah. And Wales comes out on top on this one, I'm afraid to say, but it is true. He more than double his side, almost 3 times, 300%, if I could do math.
Yeah, as I say, he was always going to take the south. I had to basically give it up just to keep myself in the game. It was a sad moment, but Bob had this one. He didn't give up the land like he did last time, so he had me by the nuts, as it were.
All right, turn number 24. You regain Lincoln after the peace, and Derry was taken by me and exterminated. And Downpatrick was recaptured by the Irish. So now the only war is between me and the Irish. However, you are marching up toward Carlisle, and I think this is when I start getting threats from the Welsh, because the Welsh are being hotheads. I kid.
Yeah, he with our peace, he obviously had somewhere else to attack, and unfortunately you were in his crosshairs, and I agreed.
And you just let him sort of waltz through your lands, and this is when he starts going by sea up toward me.
That was funny. We'll discuss that later because it's hilarious. But yeah, so the second English-Welsh War ends, and obviously it doesn't look good for us. I end up having to give up a lot of land, but for the most part, we end up making a deal to attack you instead.
Also, what was really nice about taking Derry is that King Magnus, who was invading Ireland actually, was able to make it to, what's this place? Up in North Ireland, it's a castle with a name.
It's Derry.
No, Derry.
It's Derry.
Derry's the city I took.
No, it's Derry.
No, Derry's the city. I know that for a fact. Because we did the mock siege of Derry, which we copied.
Maybe change it to a castle. Downpatrick.
No, it's...
It's not.
There's Trim, and it
Trim.
has a weird name. It was a wooden castle at the beginning. That Irish place with the name and the stuff.
Oh, no, is it Lifford?
Yeah, Lifford. I start besieging Lifford with King Magnus' depleted army after the Welsh sallied out, and then I conquered him, but with a lot of casualties. And you're still marching up toward Carlisle. And we go to turn number 25, where you surpass me militarily because of my military losses in Ireland. And you're actually doing a lot better now because you're not being attacked by the Welsh anymore. And I'm also... I have a fleet in the middle of the ocean ready to land on the Irish coast. Dun, dun, dun.
I would like to take this time to apologise to Bob as well for not giving him Canterbury sooner. He did it like 3 turns because the deal was he would give me back Lincoln, and I would give him Canterbury. Yeah, and I would give him Canterbury. Unfortunately, it seems like he's given me Lincoln back, and I've not given him Canterbury for like 3 turns. So I apologise for not giving it back sooner.
It would make most sense to have Lincoln as your capital, even though it's such a lame town with no population or anything.
It really wouldn't, because it's not in the centre of my kingdom at all.
Oh, you don't recognize the Welsh rule over Shrewsbury and Winchester, I assume. That's still England. They just don't know it yet.
Oh, have they changed? Yeah, I think he's changed his capital ante to one of them.
Yeah, I think it's Gloucester now. You guys have almost sporting medals. And also, my favorite part of this turn is that when I besieged Lifford last turn, I knew I wouldn't be able to take it because I knew the odds were just not in my favor. It just had to be because it's a castle and we had about the same size army. But still, a Swedish Landsknecht destroys the entirety of the castle and I don't even have to take it. And it made me so happy.
Well, he was obviously scared that you might take it, so he just did it anyway.
I mean, I could have destroyed the buildings for him. I mean, if I had taken it. I didn't. I actually failed the siege this turn. Okay. Turn number 26. Okay. You finally give up Canterbury. Nice job doing your agreements. I take Dublin and kill like 7,000 inhabitants. I think the total was 14,000 something. I had a sheet with all the death tolls, but I was going to make a video at the end of the campaign where I have all the different wars and how many died in each one. And this is sadly when King Magnus has to do a tactical retreat onto a boat away from the...
of course.
Yes, of course. And I'm also sending the rest of my army that took Dublin toward Cork because it's such a wealthy place and I want to destroy it. However, I'm also asking for peace around this time.
Also, take back Carlisle and slaughter its population, so you're welcome, Carlisle.
Yeah, the Barons' Alliance was eliminated, and that gives me the complete control of the militarily financial stuff of turn reports. Turn number 20. Because the Browns' Alliance
are cheating gits.
Yeah,
and they get like hundreds of thousands of money at the start of their turn for some strange reason.
They had a king and 3 units of what do you call it? Mercenary crossmen, and they're making like 2,000 florins per turn, just going straight up money wise. It was incredible.
Yeah, they were ridiculous.
So the most notable thing here is that Ireland and I agreed to a peace treaty and a 10-turn nap and a few other things that don't have to be stipulated right now. And we have the Welsh sailing up north toward me somewhere around here, and you didn't warn me. And basically the Welsh and the English, the old enemies, have now decided to kill me. Which is so rude.
We have to have a common enemy that isn't ourselves, and that is you.
I wasn't that powerful. I only combined 2 factions into one.
Yeah, that's not powerful at all. In fact, you even said yourself you had more land than I did, and Wales had just about the same land as I did. In fact, probably a bit more.
And also, this is probably the height of my power, I believe. I think turn 27 is the highest I ever got power-wise, with a unified Scotland and Dublin under my control. It looked nice. I like how this looked, but it wasn't to last. Okay, turn number 28. The Emerald Isle, after what is it? 8 turns, was once again reunified. So first the English, then the Scottish, and then me. Both all disunified the place, and so Wales is next to do the job. Logically, if we go in that order. But I'm still on top. The Welsh are besieging Aberdeen, I believe, at this turn. And the Welsh are also doing very, very well financially, which is scary, because Wales was struggling for money for the first 25 turns of their existence.
Yeah, it did cut his military down quite a lot, though. Other than the army he had up north, I don't think he had... He had one in Wales and one up north attacking you, and then the rest he had barely anything in the south of England, to be fair.
Yeah, but the
good
thing about his money spending is that he wasn't spending a lot on infrastructure. He was spending a lot of them on mercenaries up by Aberdeen in Scotland. And as you will see in turn 29, they pay off because he takes Aberdeen. But I wasn't really concerned, like, oh, that place has like 4 people in it, so didn't make much money, and I destroyed it for him. I was so courteous. I took down the buildings for him.
That's kind of the plan, though. I mean, he wanted to destroy you financially, and that's probably exactly what he did.
He did. I think at this turn I had like 1,000 florins, and that was sad. Also, at this turn, I rank Wales above England overall power-wise, so Wales is now number 2. He actually rised really quickly. I have no money, so the Kingdom of Ireland is top, and production goes to Wales, which is the first time he's like ever been on the leaderboard. So, good job, Wales. And at this point, Wales is probably the most promising candidate for being a powerhouse, really. So,
yeah, you certainly made the most of the peace, definitely.
Yeah, and I think I also have an army up by Carlisle on this turn. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it was more in... I think it was actually in Newcastle upon Tyne more than Carlisle. You kind of brought it in from Newcastle.
I was on the border. Let's go with that. I was on the border.
Yeah, somewhere in the north, yeah, the border.
Yeah, with a rather good army under a nudge Schnucht or something, whatever his name is. And the last turn that we have, turn number 30, I take Carlisle, the treacherous dogs who never stay under English control. You're looking rather tiny, and Wales is cutting a hole through my north, really, really going through. He got like 3 generals at once up there, and he's spending a lot on mercenaries as well. And I'm trying to...
Hey, you look a bit small now.
What?
You look a bit small now as well.
that is... I have a giant... Like, he took my largest province away, and I just have a giant...
Yeah.
And, I think this was my least optimistic turn of the entire campaign, where it's just like, I'm doomed, this is all going downhill. And I had 500 florins at the end of the turn. So the guy who used to make 7k is making 5.5k. It was sad.
Yeah. I mean, I do quite well, actually. I make 2,000 a turn, and I only have a 500 king's purse, so I don't know how you guys struggle with your 1,000 king's purses and
I wish it would balance out more, but you also have really wealthy cities of York, London, Oxford, and I think, what is that other one on the side here? The one next to Lincoln and Oxford, and the one that is not in the top. That one, the place.
I don't know, but they had rebels in the other day, so I might have to think about exterminating those guys as well. I don't know.
The entire city, just because they had rebels in their province.
Yeah, they let them in, so I have to treat them as rebels. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yes. Not to spoil anything.
And for turn 30, I think this is also... Wales is becoming probably the most powerful at this turn with a bunch of money. Even though it's technically less than Ireland, he's sacking and getting a ton from me. And he's ransoming and getting a ton from me. And he's just doing really well for himself with a good army and good money. So, what do you think, Captain? What are the most important trends of turn 15 through 30?
Well, by the looks of it looks like Wales is going to slaughter us all. So, I mean, if you look at the map,
the trends, like not the prediction. The prediction is next.
Oh, the trends. Well, again, I lost a lot of land to Wales. Ireland seems to be keeping to himself, and even though you've unified Scotland, you've been proactive, but not sustainable in your invasions. You've had to pull out of Ireland again. You're currently being besieged by Wales. I think we've all tried things, and we've all tried new things, and had peace and had war, but we've not really built on anything except for Wales, who's built quite a lot.
It's not war between the states, it's war between the people. It's just basically whatever suits us best, so the enemies of one day will become friends of the next. So what I think the major trends was the rise of my own faction until turn 27, and then also the rise of Wales, that we sort of had a parallel going up really fast. Especially Wales, who had 4, and now he has, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8... and another 5, so 13 places, and I have a little bit more than that with a bunch of tiny islands and stuff. And of course, Ireland is still just an island. He never left Ireland. He's never left. 30 turns.
Yeah, I don't think he will actually. I think he's just going to build up and then suddenly have all these armies that he can then do stuff with. It's going to let us destroy each other, and then he's going to attack us. So that's the next thing into
the way I see it is that you had your heyday at the beginning, right after the first Welsh-English war, when you were doing really well, and then me and Wales teamed up and killed you, and then it was my heyday, and now it's Wales. And I think the next one is Ireland, and I think Ireland's going to attack one of us and do very, very well for himself in the future. So what do you think is going to happen in the next 15 turns, turns 30 to 45? We are at turn 34 right now, but over the entire thing, so you have to look past turn 34 and try not to spoil anything. Just tell me what you think's going to happen.
Well, Wales's position looks strong at the moment, so it can only get better. Ireland's probably planning... Yeah, it can only get better. Ireland's probably planning something, I'm not quite sure what, but he's going to want to attack someone shortly, and he's going to be in a great position.
Who's ever easiest. So you are probably the hardest invade. So it's between me and Wales. So basically, whenever he's ready, it's going to have who has more enemies, Wales or Norway, and then he's going to go, okay, if there's 3 against Norway, I like those odds. Or if there's 3 against Wales, I like those odds.
Well, he's going to be in a great position to do that anyway, because he's basically just across the ocean, so he's going to be in a great position to attack wherever he wants.
Personally, I think that Ireland has the easiest campaign of all, at least for the beginning. He can defend himself very well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be in a great position, and he's going to have a good economy as well to manage all that.
Yes, of course. And also, by the way, just so you don't think I'm having favoritism, I did ask Swede and Paladin Bob to join us in this day yesterday or the day before, and they couldn't join us, but hopefully next time one of them will. Maybe Captain won't, or maybe he will, or maybe we'll have all 4. But I thank you for coming, Captain, and I'll hopefully see you in the next 15 turn summary. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all